I'm understanding that this is the new fee for any special events that happens in the city.
I will make that motion also.
Okay, motion made by Johnson. I'm looking for a second.
I would second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next one is resolution 18-9, that's on page 28. That's basically taking that fund and putting it on a separate identity itself, instead of having it collaborated with our main fund. Looking for a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Hutchinson, second by O'Regan. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The next one is resolution 2018-10. That's accepting a donation. I believe that's for comes from Futile Tavern towards the terms and conditions as the police department, so looking for a motion to accept that.
So,
Motion made by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I'd second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Lacey, would you put a thank you card out for him?
Darcy?
Or Darcy, I'm sorry. So used to having Lacey sit there. Yeah, put a thank you card out from the city for that. Looks like we have a scheduled public works director performance evaluation due 5/8 of 18. That's on a Friday. Can anybody make it on a Friday? You wanna do it on?
Friday the 8th is a Tuesday.
On May? Oh, 8th, I said 18th, didn't
So
I?
that's a Tuesday.
Oh, I see, 18th, yeah, 8th, that's right, it is on the Tuesday.
Sorry.
That day, don't be, thanks for bringing
Well,
that up.
I will be absent.
Okay. Is there any other days that would work for you?
If you wanna do it that week, I could do that Monday or possibly that Friday, otherwise I'm in
So
the
the
safety
fifth-
conference in the cities.
Monday would work.
So the 15th would work? Or, no, I'm
That's a
sorry,
Tuesday.
14th would be council meeting. You guys wanna do it just before the council meeting? Steve, would that work for you?
I'm, not a problem.
Okay, do it like an hour beforehand, so do it like at 5:30? Alright, can you, we'll schedule on 5:30 on the 14th of May. The next one is the chief's performance evaluation. Now, I did see in here, he has a letter of retirement, so I'm not sure that we even need to do one, to be honest with you guys.
I don't think we
At the end of the month, he's gonna be at retirement, so. You okay with that? Okay. So we'll skip that one. Set election judge pay. Amy, do you know what that is all about? Lacey said she talked to you.
Lacey had told me that in the past, or specifically the last elections we had, she had no paperwork or information on what the pay scale was supposed to be. So she would just like us to formally accept a pay.
Is she the election judge then, or would she be the judge?
No, I don't, yeah, I
No.
don't think she's involved in that, is she?
So we need to come up hourly wage, or is it just a lump sum for the?
I believe it's an hourly wage, is that right, Darcy?
Told me one for the head judge and then.
Cause I was looking online, bigger cities have just a lump sum, like so much for
Oh, okay.
to be in that.
Lacey did say typically the head judge gets a little more. Last year, or the last time around, she gave them $2 more an hour than the rest.
How much an hour? Excuse me.
See that?
I actually was looking for that. She had sent me that a while ago, but I didn't I just didn't find it in here, so,
I know it's
Darcy,
long.
do you have that information? Did she give that to you?
She sent it in an email too, I don't remember how much it was.
Yeah.
$10 for the judges and $3 more for the head judge. Something like that.
Can we wait till next month to do this?
Yeah, she did say that we had time. She
Yeah.
just wanted to make it formal at some point.
Okay, maybe we could research what the other cities do along.
Yeah, that'll give us Lacey time to get more up to speed on
Okay, all right, we're gonna put that off to the next meeting. Steve, you okay with that?
it. Yes.
Okay. Leagues of Minnesota Conference, basically approval of anybody who wants to go to that. That's coming up, I don't have the dates on there, and I don't see she had it listed on here, but it's online anyhow. Somebody wishes to go to it, you guys wanna approve any council elected official to go to it, or?
Is that a one-day deal, or?
I think, no,
That's the annual, that's
I think it's a couple
usually
days.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I think it's
I haven't
a
looked
couple
at
days.
this one, the schedule for this one yet, but usually 2 or 3 days.
Palm Beach?
Well, I'll go then.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Okay,
But
motion
it's
made.
not in Palm Beach. I'm sure it's not.
Motion made to approve, that's mileage, well, I don't know if there's much food, but mileage, food and reimbursement and the conference. Can I add that to your motion?
Yep.
Okay. Looking for a second.
I would second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, any new business brought forward? Anybody have anything they want to add? All right, public forum. Any members of the public wishing to be heard must sign in. Once they're signed in, items can be heard. There will not be any action taken, and you have 3 minutes. Anybody from the public wants to address anything? Did you sign in, Bob?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Mike?
Go ahead.
My question is, you have $25 per event. Now, on the news tonight, I heard of a snow event. Are you gonna charge them $25, whoever that is? Are you gonna charge the churches when they have music things? That's an event. Are you gonna charge them? Because if you're going to just play selective, you do it all or none. When the Catholic Church has their raffle, are you gonna charge them $25 for the event? Are you charging the Free Methodist Church? They have 3 events in the park. Are they gonna be charged $25 an event? So, I need clarification on that somewhere. Because if I decide to have an event at the church, either church, because I've talked to both, with the one group, and would I be charged $25 to have it there because I'm in a church?
So, here's what I'm gonna say is, get a hold of Lacey. I'm not sure what our policy is, but I'm guessing off of the top of my head that if they are the property owner, like a church can have any event, we're not charging anybody 25. It is when it's out in the public. That's how you guys are taking this?
Yeah, there was stipulations on that. I don't.
So it'll probably be in there, and if you want clarification after you read that, then Lacey can talk to us or whatever, we can figure it out. But I'm sure it's all in there,
Because
laid out.
I tried to find it and couldn't find it.
Okay. Yeah, I asked Lacey, she'll have it for you, or even Darcy over here will be able to find that for you.
Because I was looking for it, because I'm thinking, these all got these events,
Right.
and,
There's certain things about religion events and stuff that I know they do, they don't charge.
well, yeah, but some of the Staples Mountain Community Arts Foundation, they have a thing at the Methodist Church. Now, would they be charged?
You know, I doubt it, because it's run, once again, it's on private property on
But,
their,
So-
go ahead.
so, because in other words, if I move music in the park, I can do it, and you guys have no say in anything.
Probably, you're 100% right. I would guess so, but read the stat, I don't have it in front of me, and you kinda caught me off guard here, so before I make one commitment or the other, we have to read that. I don't have it right with me. So get ahold of Lacey, and if she can't answer your question and you don't feel comfortable with it, then bring it back, and come on the agenda, and we'll make sure that we have the right answer for you.
Because I'm wondering, how can anyone have an event?
Right, well, we're not discouraging it, Bob, that's the thing, the problem is that we have employees that have to go back and either A, pick up, clean up, we have extra patrol that needs to be, so it's a thing of us knowing what's gonna happen in the city.
Did anybody have to go clean up, and we had it last fall in the park?
That I don't know. Did you guys have garbage cans out there, Bruce?
We had our own recycle cans.
Okay, so you guys did not?
I pick up garbages every week, so.
But you don't remember his event though, did he have any garbage cans he had to dump, or?
I mean, there's prep work, mowing and stuff
Right.
like that, you know, trying to make everything
Yeah.
good, so.
Hey, and Bob, just getting back to your initial question, I think, speaking for myself here anyway, we've kind of made a decision that we're gonna follow the ordinances as we did with the dog, even though I don't think any of us like that decision. So even with the stuff that you were talking about, depending on how the ordinance is written, I think we're kind of all on the same page that we're gonna follow the rules and be thorough. So if that
So-
gives you any reassurance.
Right.
I mean, we did it with the dog even though we didn't want to.
Yeah,
We're not here to be unfair, we're here to follow the rules.
well, from my point of view, looking through my glasses, it seems that way.
Well, before you judge that, and your 3 minutes is up, but before you judge that, get the policy from the girls. They will, and you'll be able to, that outlines it all, it spells it all out. And
That's what I wanted to know, because I'm thinking, okay,
it's understandable. All right, so we'll move on. Anybody else? Anything from the public? All right. Committees, I don't think anything changed there, right? We have, Lacey and I are on the Personnel Policy Committee. We have updated that, and
I
it's
am also on there too, but,
I meant you. I
oh,
said Lacey,
yes,
but I meant you. Lacey's not here.
you pointed this way.
I'll point at you. I'll just point at people. But anyways, it's up to the attorney to get you the short review quick, and then we'll bring that forward to the council to get approved. That's about all I have. Anything else? Have anything else for any committees? Looks like we have a committee for maybe the city logo. Or she thinks we should set up one for their new city logo. So we should probably set some.
Darcy, do you know how is that going? Are you guys getting stuff back?
Yeah,
You haven't? Okay.
It's to the point I just wanna keep what we got, it's all good.
Yeah.
But we have to finish it out, so maybe somebody will come through.
Now, I see that was on the stuff from the chamber. So,
They're gonna have the
So how-
revealing, so we need to set up a committee
Okay.
first, we'll pick
so
and
it's still
then
our decision, they're just, okay.
they'll reveal it that day. And then, that doesn't mean we're gonna accept it. We may just say that we don't want it.
We're sponsoring it. We're sponsoring it, we're gonna pay the prize money out, and then whatever the committee chooses, if they choose one,
Right.
then we'll put it on the parade for that.
Okay, you guys, when you do that, I wouldn't mind to be involved in that, just because it's city, you know, I'll stand behind you or something.
As far as on the parade or on the committee or
When you,
both?
no, when you guys do the prize.
Okay, sure.
So, take some pictures. Committee. You can only have two. Who wants to be on the committee?
I would take part in that.
Okay.
I can't be on it because I'm gonna win it.
I'll be on it.
That's all we can have is two, right?
Right. Is that okay, or you wanna do it?
You can do it.
We can go a bit up now. All right, so it'll be, Bruce, you wanna be on it? Okay, and fire chief, where's the new one, you wanna be on it?
What's that
Yeah. Basically, we're thinking about putting a new logo up for the city. So basically, we're having a competition, and whoever puts this logo together and we like it, and they're the winner, they get $250.
So you're gonna narrow down the entries. That's what you're gonna do.
It's probably gonna be during the day, but I don't know how much time you have to spend on the days. But
It all depends on the day.
we could put Brian on it too. Brian, you wanna be on it?
Sure.
All right. Bruce? You wanna be on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Bruce, Brian, you and him.
I'll probably put either Lacey or, I know Lacey wants to be on it, I think. Probably put her on it too. All right. Any new business brought forward? Then we move on to departments. Looks like fire department, you come up next. Chief Judd.
March fire report on page 30. We had 10 total calls, 8 medicals, 1 motor vehicle accident, and 1 good intent fire alarm call. Any questions on that? Second thing is the approval to renew our annual membership to the Todd Medina Firefighters Association for $30.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion made by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I would second that.
Second by Hutchinson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Next thing I had is, when we sent out our, fire department calendars, and we had the donation letter on there, we put right on the donation letter, to please make checks payable to the Relief Association. And we got, $315 worth of checks sent in that just had Motley Fire Department on it. So we're wondering if it'd be possible to donate that to the city and have the city donate it to the Relief Association.
And I can take this one. So we presented that to Lacey, and she said there was a few glitches with that, and she actually gave me a letter from the state auditor. And they have this really clearly spelled out that because the fire department is part of the city, it's like you're soliciting funds, so we can't do that. Obviously, you guys know if it's the Relief Association, everything's fine. The only thing that we could do at this point is if you had them change the checks, which I know is difficult, or if it comes back to the city and then they put it into your fund for your fire trucks. So it'll get earmarked for, fire department.
Okay.
So, and if that was the way you guys wanted to go, it was recommended that we make a motion and that we specify in our motion to go to your truck fund. And I made some extra copies too for you guys to see. But yeah, they have a lot of concerns with just the fire department's name instead of the Relief Association, so.
When you got your check from Total, was it in Motley Police Department's name, or what was it for?
The big check they wrote sent to Motley Police Department. I never actually opened the envelope to see what the other check said.
Okay.
So, and maybe I should clarify, so the city taking them on you guys' behalf is totally fine. They can't reissue them back to the Relief Association. That's where the auditor steps in and has major concerns.
Okay.
But if we bring it in, but put it in you guys' fire department fund for the trucks, that's fine.
If we could, let's table it till next month,
Okay.
and then I'll bring it to our meeting and see what the, general consensus is, if they wanna try and get the checks
What,
reissued.
what were you guys gonna use the funds for?
Well, we've got lots of stuff that we
Right.
need. We haven't really narrowed anything down yet. We're gonna be needing, air packs and stuff like that, and there's lots of equipment we could purchase, so.
I'm just a little confused. I'm confused why somebody can't donate money to the city and then we give it to the fire department.
Well, we can if it goes into his budget, his funds. but it's where we turn it back to the Relief Association that it causes conflicts. Because then it looks like we're soliciting and, you know, trying to get donations for you
How much
guys.
money are we talking total?
$315. I know one of them was a money order, so that one's probably be pretty difficult to get changed. But
So if they donate that to the city, we can't flip it back into the Relief Association.
No,
But we can, at a later date, just out of general fund, contribute to their Relief Association, can't we?
I guess I didn't
Totally
look at that
unrelated,
approach.
totally unrelated to these checks, of course.
Yeah. I mean, possibly I'd have to check into that.
I think, honestly, this is the first I heard that you couldn't, because we have always done that.
Yeah.
Like when the fire department's got money, we give it to the city, and the city turns around and gives it back.
yeah, I know
Well,
we've
and,
done it in
and
the
Lacey,
past.
and Lacey's first approach was through our new attorney. And then they recommended her to go to the league. And then, of course, the league's recommendation is to follow the state auditor, which he's, you know, really clearly says that.
State wants to know and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yep.
But,
I'm upset.
And the only downfall is if it goes into your fire budget, as you know, you don't have that luxury of just using it as easily as you do with the relief money.
We'll just table it till
So-
next month and we'll see what everybody
you know,
wants to do.
get a hold of some of the other fire departments, see how they're doing them, and not that they're doing it right or wrong, but it'd just be kinda interesting, I'm really curious.
Doing,
Because
doing what?
doing this incident, how they do it when somebody wants to write a check out, like if I wanted to write a check out to the fire department, technically they couldn't keep it, they have to give it to us? Or no, because it's,
Because the fire department is like city officials. Yeah, and so then it has to stay within the
so it
city's
should've came
funds.
into the city, okay.
But yeah, if it's wrote out for the Relief Association, the city has no hands in it whatsoever. So moving forward, that's always you guys' best approach, is don't have anything,
Well, that's
With-
what we try to do, and
Yeah.
that's why this doesn't come on here very often,
Yeah.
because, you know, but when they're mailed in, it's kinda hard to,
Yeah,
you know,
and you don't want to be ungrateful and go back to them and say, I need you to change this. I totally understand.
so, okay.
And I know they were very clear on that calendar, because I read it. And no matter how clear you are, you're always gonna get,
Yeah.
so they think of the
Some
fire department, I mean,
misunderstandings, yeah.
why
Most
would-
people doesn't, they don't know what a relief association
Correct.
is, you know,
Yeah.
so, okay.
I didn't realize it was like that, so.
Yeah, I got 3 extra copies, so I'll leave them up here if any of you guys wanted to look at them. I was a little surprised too when I got that.
Okay. Leave of absence request for Lana Dilly on page 31. You need me to read that, or?
No, I think I read it, the rest of you guys read it?
Yep.
You leave it back?
It's gonna be tough to see her go. Now she has a position. Do you have somebody covering that?
No, she doesn't have a position anymore.
Who's doing the
We
medical?
gave somebody the medical. Oh, Nick
Nick
does.
does it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nick got it this
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Sorry, I guess I forgot.
That's
We
okay.
switched.
All right, looking for a motion to approve her year leave of absence.
I would make that motion.
Second,
Okay, motion made by Hutchison, second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The next issue is resignation of fire chief for personal reasons.
Denied.
That's just resigning as fire chief, right? Not from the
Correct.
department, though.
Yeah, I'm not leaving the department.
Good.
Okay. I need a motion to approve that.
If we
You wanna
don't
add-
make a motion, he's stuck there, right?
Exactly. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
We can add you have new ones coming here, right? How about we add them all in there? So if you you're resigning, and then Kyle Frisk is gonna be the,
Recommendations are Kyle Frisk as chief and
Okay.
first assistant chief Brad Olson.
okay, and who's your second? Still keep the
Chase
same?
stayed as second assistant.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm looking for a motion for, as followed in red.
I will make that motion.
Motion made by Johnson,
Second.
second by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you for all the times you have done it for us.
Thank you.
We're gonna miss you. Welcome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you were a good fire chief, like I mentioned.
Thank you,
I mean it.
appreciate that.
All right, any more comments for the fire department at all?
Nope.
Anyone else? All right, moving to police department. Chief Smith.
Okay, for the month of March, we had 75 total calls, 172 as of March 31st. There's a total of 80,000 miles in the squad. I was called up from home one time, spent 5.5 hours at the school. And the only agenda item I had is the letter I submitted for my retirement, resignation, retirement. Reached 55 in May, and I would like to stay until May 31st and then move on to other things.
Okay,
I'll make the motion to accept it.
motion made by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I will second it.
Okay, second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And on the council's behalf, thank you for the work you've done.
Yes.
So, and good luck on your new adventure. If we catch you fishing, we're gonna come hunt you. All right. Forfeiture policy, how have you been coming with that, Ron?
These items were not on the.
No, these are my
agenda.
requests to put them on there, I wanna talk
I'm
about it.
making progress. I've been talking with several other chiefs. So far, what I'm hearing is that none of them have have a policy. It's all spelled out in the statute. The
Right.
reason that we got caught up in the situation we did was because of the prior chief, and they sat here.
Do we have a policy then in our book?
No,
Did you look for,
we don't have a policy for it, but
Okay.
it's in the statute. It's pretty clear that you do this, you do this, you do this. And
can you copy that and just put it in there? I mean, that would make it easy.
Okay, we can look at doing that. I'm gonna talk to a couple more chiefs, see if anybody has something different.
Sure, okay. And the lighted speed sign I see it's not up, have you worked on that at all?
No, not really. I'm waiting for it to warm up and then, and get it put back out there and see if it's working. Had some issues where it wasn't reading the speed right, and, but I wanted to wait for it to warm up and see what it's doing.
Okay. Can we get that out like relatively soon, being it is warming up?
Yes.
Okay. So the TZD meetings, I was gonna ask you about these, and the reason I was gonna ask you is that, we are shorthanded, and I was just gonna ask that, wondering if this was a good value of the city to send you to these if we're so shorthanded already, but you're resigning, so it doesn't really matter. You're probably not gonna go to them anymore
I'm
anyhow.
not sure which TZD meetings. There's only, every once in a while I go to one down in Little Falls. It's just kind of letting us know what we're gonna be doing for the year, but
I think every month I've seen it on your.
it's on my calendar.
But you don't always go to
I don't
them?
go to those.
Okay.
It's something that they send me out and it comes out on my Outlook,
Oh, okay.
but it's not. anything
That's
that-
fine, I was just, like I said, this was put on before I realized what we were doing as far as retiring, so I was merely gonna ask if we should just skip these, if we got, especially we were short with Jason and shorthanded.
Yeah, no, I don't go to those. There's no point in me going to those.
Right, okay, sounds good. Anybody have anything else for the police department? Yeah. All right, anybody else? All right, then we'll move on to the public works.
Okay, page 37's report for the month. We're awful close on phosphorus, but we snuck by. I'm not so sure we're gonna make it this first sample this month, but, the second one's looking better so far. You have any questions on that? Next is, street sweeping. We have a couple of options. There's a new company started up this year. They have, they'll do it for $107 an hour. It's on page 39. Otherwise, is talking to this guy, salesman, I guess, we're talking about other ones, but he got a hold of me just recently and said that there's a city west of here that's trading theirs in. They're buying a $150,000 machine, and they're getting $5,000 credit. he said, or he called me today and he said, if it's something we're interested in, it looks like a pretty decent machine for, $500, they'll deliver it up to, when they come bring their new machine, they'll just pick it up and haul it up here if we're interested so for $5,500, we could have one up here that we could use when it's convenient for us or when it works for us. Let's see, we got $5,000 set aside right now towards that last year's budget. And I think it's $1,800 budgeted for the actual sweeping this year, so I think even with, the expense of doing it several, or maybe a couple times this year, we could stay underneath that $6,800, and then we'd have one for in the future, so. I talked to the guys over in the city, and they said that, the things were in pretty good shape. He thought it was ready to go, serviced and ready to go for this year. He said we should get another year out of the brooms and that kind of stuff, so at this point, I guess, if it's all right with you guys, I'd be curious to run over there, and they're talking about delivering at the end of this week over there, so, if we can move ahead with it, we could have it by the end of the week probably, so.
Nice.
Unless the snow
Good deal.
creates a problem for us, so. But they're coming from Bismarck, so he said it might be.
It'll be about $5,500
Yep.
for
Brought here to this.
brought here delivered.
Yep,
That's actually reasonable, a couple of years to be paid for.
yes.
Looking for a motion that to allow Bruce to purchase that old, if he goes over and looks at it, and pending his, recommendations, if he wants to purchase it for $5,500, that we let him do it.
I'd make that motion.
Motion made by Reagan, looking for a second.
I will second it.
Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. On the water tower, I had the paint, the Tenemic, the company that supplied the paint for the tower initially come up, and they did an inspection on it here a week ago, I guess. He hasn't got me the formal thing yet, but he said overall our paint looks pretty decent yet. He said if we didn't have other things going on there, we could probably let it slide for a few more years. Not long term, but maybe up to 5, but I did contact Verizon, so trying to get some kind of timeline on them. Maybe we're smarter. The law is changing. They just voted, as far as in our league bulletin, that the one where we can go into a contract for 3 years, it's changing now. Whether we can still fall into that or if we want to go back to the other, it will be changed by the end of the year, it sounds like. So, but I'd like to know where they're sitting as far as their schedule. Maybe we can coordinate with them a little better. I did talk to one of these guys. There's 2 companies that specialize in tower and painting and rehab inspections. Talked to one there not too long ago. He said maybe you're smarter to let's bid it out this year while everybody's still hungry for next year, and try and get their timeline so we can get the thing
Going
if
next
we're
year.
going to do bidding. But the cost for his services are going to be roughly $7